The one question on every Marvel fan's mind as the premiere for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 draws closer is related to a new pivotal character. You probably already know who we're talking about here, but let's be even clearer. It has to do with a certain golden-skinned superhero, Adam Warlock. Is he the villain in the upcoming sequel or the hero? James Gunn has come to the rescue to answer these queries. Starting off with Gunn's comments on the confusion surrounding Adam Warlock. The uncertainty surrounding Warlock's character are a result of the difference between his role in the comic books and what we've seen of the film in the trailer. Since the fans have been dying to know more about his character, Gunn decided to respond with a little bit of information on the topic. In a recent interview with EW, he said that the Golden Gladiator is more of a traditional superhero in comparison to the ragtag crew of space adventurers that make up the Guardians. At the same time, he added that the term hero might be pushing it. So far, we've gathered that he won't be a complete hero, but we can't classify him as a villain either. He also added that the interaction he'll have with the Guardians will be an interesting juxtaposition with everything that they've been through so far. Now, here's what you should be anticipating in the threequel. Adam Warlock is less straightforward than most MCU characters in the way that he can't necessarily be categorized as a hero or a villain. His origin is that he was created by Aisha to destroy the Guardians, but it's likely that he won't be fulfilling his fate anytime soon. While he might start off on the wrong foot with the protagonists, it's predicted that by the end of the movie, he'll have joined forces with the Guardians. The main villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is actually set to be the High Evolutionary, which further leads us to think that Warlock won't be given a fully fleshed out villain arc. Instead of this, the character will most probably team up with the Guardians to defeat the High Evolutionary. Now, who even is the High Evolutionary? What we do know is that he's a mad scientist specializing in genetic altering and the study of evolution, and that he was the one behind turning Rocket from an ordinary raccoon into a murderous furry little predator. Other than that, he has unique links to the rest of the team members as well. Although Warlock's powers are those of a more traditional superhero, as opposed to our scrappy band of protagonists, James Gunn's comments suggest that superhero isn't the right word for the character, hinting at a more complex role in the movie. Warlock's doubtful temperament and OP superpowers lead us to expect some really interesting exchanges with the Guardians. Who knows? All of this is speculation, but we will have to wait till the movie hits theaters next year to truly find out how this chapter unfolds. Let's talk about the way the trailer has sneakily tricked the fans. The recently released trailer has been made to trick and confuse the fans so that they're unable to figure out the real villain. The highly anticipated trailer highlighted the emotions that'll be felt in the finale of GOTG. That's not all though. Aside from the emotional moments, there were a few teases of the new threats that the Guardians will face during the threequel. Fans were shown both Adam Warlock and High Evolutionary, but in fleeting moments that didn't give away much. This raised suspicion about the new character's intentions and caused the confusion that created an uproar amongst the fans. But that was completely on purpose. Marvel Studios created the trailer to trick the fans about the identity of the real villain, given that it set Warlock up as more of an antagonist than the actual one. During his only 2 appearances, he didn't have a very friendly presence. The trailer was even cut in a way that made it seem like he was fighting Nebula. He wasn't shown working with the Guardians at all, even though it happens in the comics. But the fact remains that while he could be a villain in the film, he's not the main villain. Coming up, why could Adam Warlock be the villain? Although there is some speculation that he becomes an ally for the Guardians at the end of the movie, we can't be so sure. The possibility of him being a villain in the film is very much on the table, because let's not forget about how Adam Warlock came to be in the first place. He was created by Aisha in the post-credits scene of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, with the purpose of being the ultimate weapon for the Sovereign, as well as a means for her to exact her revenge on the Guardians. As far as we know, Warlock's role in Guardians 3 could be to fulfill his destiny, for which he was created. The timing of this dispute could even coincide with the fact that the gang would be returning from their 5-year sabbatical to now continue to patrol space. While Warlock's reason for creation was to destroy the Guardians, the movie will surely turn him into a hero by the end of it. He's one of the most powerful characters in the whole Marvel universe, and having him on the Guardians' side would definitely help them defeat the real big bad of the film. Along with this, Warlock becoming a hero would also possibly be the first step in setting up the next version of the Guardians team. This means that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 might even be the last adventure for the original team, but Warlock represents the future and what it could become in the future. What's more, the real villain is High Evolutionary. The High Evolutionary has been confirmed as the main villain of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The trailer only shows a few glimpses of the new big bad, but James Gunn previously confirmed that he's going to be the main threat. The trailer of the film repeatedly hints at his actual story. Baby Rocket, Lila the Otter, and counter Earth all point to the presence and influence of the High Evolutionary. Although his exact plan has not been revealed yet, it seems to be another step in the direction of genetic evolution. We'll be waiting on future teasers and trailers to shed further light on what it is that the High Evolutionary wants. Eventually, it'll become clear where both of the new characters stand in the finale of The Guardians. Next up, the trailer got multiple reactions from the cast and fans. Chris Pratt posted the footage of the trailer on Instagram with the caption, "We come in peace. Except for Drax, it's time to face the music." In the first footage from the movie, we see the Guardians showing up in what seems to be the suburbs, but it's immediately revealed that rather than humans, the place is full of alien creatures. While it seems to be a peaceful setting, the peace doesn't stay for long, as Drax promptly headshots a kid with a dodgeball, and chaos ensues. James Gunn posted a reaction to the first trailer of the movie too. While he's definitely busy with his new role in DC, the director has still been paying a fair share of attention to the Guardians, including the Disney Plus holiday special. Although the first trailer for the movie leaves lots to the imagination, it does show a few glimpses of something that leads fans to speculate. There's footage of Star-Lord and Mantis crying, but we knew we might be saying sayonara to one of the members of our beloved team. Let's be real. Seeing that footage definitely made it a lot more real. Moving on, how was Adam Warlock set up before the threequel? The MCU has been hinting at the existence of Adam Warlock for a long time, with a glimpse of his birthing pod appearing shortly in the Collector's Vault in the first Guardians film. All that being said, the real setup was in the second movie, with the introduction of the Sovereign, an alien race who practiced advanced genetic engineering to create the perfect society. Their high priestess, Aisha, explained that every citizen is designed to the exact requirements of society, both physically and mentally perfect. She said that their germination occurred in birthing pods. Then, the post-credits scene of the second movie showed Aisha creating a new generation of the Sovereign, being born into a shining gold birthing pod, much like Warlock's. If that wasn't enough, the post-credit scene continues with Aisha saying that she is deciding to name this one Adam. In the comics, Adam is the, well, Adam to Aisha's Eve. Finally, what's the difference between the comics and the film? The movie version is quite different from the comics, as in the comics, Warlock was created by human scientists. It's important to note that this difference doesn't establish Adam Warlock as a hero. Rather, it does the exact opposite, because Aisha said that she is creating him in order to destroy the Guardians. All that aside, it's pretty fair to still believe that he might defect from Aisha and follow his own path. The comic version of Warlock is so powerful that he often considers himself above the concepts of good and evil altogether, with his priority only being the best outcome for the universe itself. The movie might have to adjust around that lore a little bit though, because in the comics, Warlock is associated with Thanos and the Infinity Stones. But since the stones were destroyed in Avengers Endgame, the studio is going to have to come up with a different route for the character. James Gunn intends for Guardians 3 to be the ending of the initial rotation of the team, and he has suggested that future movies would feature new members. Hence, it's not difficult to believe that Adam Warlock might become the new leader of the next generation of the Guardians. And if that is the case, the new team will be operating at a power level way above the original group. Hopefully, Marvel fills us in on more details soon about Warlock and his role in the upcoming feature. And that's all for this video, guys. What are your predictions for Adam's role in the threequel? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.